Yo, what's going on, everybody, man? It's your boy King DV, and I'm with my co-host, Smitty. What's going on, bro?
Man, it's love, man.
For A.J. Brown. Michael Carter the second.
They don't know Jalen Hurts like we know Jalen Hurts.
They was hanging on to Jalen Hurts.
Until next time, man, y'all know what it is.
Yo, Jigga is already on go, bro. Yo, welcome to another episode of Inside the Nest, man, with your host, King DV, and my co-host. What's going on, Smitty?
What's good, man? What's good, man? Yeah, we got another guest too, man. Moss Money, man.
Yes, sir.
Money Hot Podcast. What's happening with you, man?
Hey, what's good, fellas, man? Appreciate the love. Appreciate y'all having me on, man. Ready to rock and roll. Let's see what we talking about.
Well, Jigga, is we really gonna talk about Slay? I mean, we can talk about it. I mean, we can discuss it. Everybody has an opinion on, his comments, his timing, his form of communication of the situation. Visiting Micah Parsons after a loss, kind of laughing. People just, have their perspective. How you feel about it, Moss? How you feel about his
these boys different, man. Like they not us. You know what I mean? Like that's how I look at it. They built different than us. They don't got that like if you look at football right now, like what's a rivalry right now? Like we got a rivalry, right? Like Philly fans, Eagle fans, we know what a rivalry is. We know we don't like Dallas. New Orleans is up there too that we don't bang with. The Vikings is up there too, that we don't bang with. But don't nobody really know like a rivalry, like, like back then. And these boys got platforms. They ain't had that old school stuff. So to me, I just looked at it like, he talked and said what he said. I think we all hyped that thing up, man. And I was just like, man, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like if you ever been in a locker room or been in a level of that locker room, you already know what it is. Like even against the enemy, you got a mutual respect somewhat, So I didn't really take it like people was spazzing, you know what I mean? Like Philly fans was everywhere with that. But to me, I was just like, I mean, it didn't really faze me.
I think the issue probably was timing more than anything he did on the podcast. Anything he did, because he didn't do nothing malicious. He had a laugh. He explained, look,
yeah,
CJ gonna bring the fire. CJ gonna say some things. He gonna back it up, and if he don't, then he gonna answer to it like he stand on business. I think timing was the problem. Like him and CJ was just going back and forth on the timeline. Maybe 4 days prior. CJ having, maybe felt some type of way. I think timing is the issue. We just lost pretty bad. Like, it didn't look good. But other than that, I didn't have an issue with anything Slay did. He could have went on there, 1,000 times if he liked. I ain't got no problem with you getting on a podcast with anybody. But I think timing, right after a bad loss, right after, Micah and CJ going through it on the timeline, going through it, subbing each other, having conversation through live chats and things of that nature. So it's like, when it's like that, I think people like, you see CJ going through it with him, you see we just lost, like, how could you go do it? How could you step in there and have that conversation and feel comfortable knowing your teammate is feeling some type of way about dude? I think that was more the problem than anything in my perspective. I didn't have a problem with it though, but when I'm looking at it, nobody can point out like where he said something malicious or where he said something that's berated CJ. The only thing I ever heard about was like the laughing, See, and he laughed at everything.
Yeah, you got to probably know Slay and to get his humor and to get where he at. You know what I mean? Like I said, like we could talk about it all day, but I just don't like everybody was tripping because everybody was still butthurt from, the Tampa game. You know what I mean? Like we was still hurting. Like, yo, you really gonna do this right after? Like it was. I think he went on the joint like 6:00, right? 5:36. Like it was quick. It was fast. He was right on the live. So I mean, that was probably already set up too. Like, I don't think Parsons just hit him up like, yo, you want to jump on an hour later? Like, that was already probably due.
I'm gonna take a different approach about it though. Yeah, I understand where Philly fans is coming from because most Philadelphia Eagles fans, they ride with the team and they want their team to ride how they ride, and I feel like that. It's not how the players rock. The players, are earning a living basically, and they're not sit up there in homegrown. Just like teams past. Brian Dawkins. Even though he wasn't from Philadelphia, you could tell like he played with his heart for Philadelphia. But we don't have players on this team like that. It's only a couple of players that we have like that, and a couple of them retired last season. But what do you expect out of Slay, man? At this point, people got mad about what he said. Shout out to Jigga, but people got mad about what he said about tackling. People got mad about certain things that he was doing on his pod because this is not the first time he said something about his accolades because he did say that on his podcast last year too, especially when he got cooked. I on my video I did post up a video of him he got cooked one play and they could have scored that touchdown, but the receiver on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers dropped it. He did get cooked on a route. It could have been 2 touchdowns on Slay that day. So the last thing Philadelphia Eagles fans want to hear from Slay is anything positive or anything joking about another teammate because he was a part of the issue as well. And we want to hear results or solutions, not CJ Gardner-Johnson, he gonna talk his talk and this, that, and third. You got cooked as well, bro. Like all that laughing stuff and all that goes out the window, man. Like, I know he got to play on the field, but it's a way that you hold yourself in the public, especially if you play for the Philadelphia Eagles. But he did apologize. He did say certain things like, I'm with y'all and everything like that. So, we just got to hold the man to his word. That's all we could do. I don't think it was too harsh of what he did. Besides, of course, a lot of people were talking about going to the enemy podcast and talking, but
they wanted to take his seat, bro. They wanted to take his captain chair.
Yeah,
he's tripping.
Yeah, because they wanted that.
I said it.
You did.
You remember I said I wanted to take it from him and give it to the other guy.
Who's the other guy?
CJ.
Right? Yeah.
That's because we relate to that fire that CJ got. You know what I mean? We relate to that emotion. You know what I mean? But
CJ been getting cooked too.
Yeah, he been getting cooked.
He been getting cooked.
But I respect him way more than Slay because he'll come out and be like, man, he just straight up was like, when they asked him how what he felt about his play, he's like, I played bad. I need to fucking play better.
Right.
Yeah.
Like Slay came on and everybody was like, you playing bad. He posted his accomplishments. Like, I think that all led into like the Micah Parsons thing being a little bit over, like posting your accomplishments. Then everybody see that is like, oh, okay, we see what you want. Like, and Philly just don't rock like that. We don't care about your accomplishments from your whole history. We care about what you did on Sunday at 1:00 against the Buccaneers. If it don't count to that, right now we don't care about that.
But the problem is with that, bro.
Off the high, we good.
Yeah, but the problem with that, John, is that I feel him though, because I didn't make it to the NFL, but I played in college and I had my shine and I got a shot to play in the league and I didn't make it. But like you talk about when I'm falling, talk about me when I'm up. You know what I mean?
You do. We do though.
We do. Do we give Slay his flowers? I don't know.
Yeah, we do. That's why we call him Big Play Slay. Oh, Slay back because
he came from Detroit. Big Play Slay. We ain't give him that name.
No, we didn't give him that name. He
but we gave him enough respect. We gave him enough respect. We don't call him Darius.
Listen. We gave him respect. We gave him respect, and then also on top of that, we sit up there and talk about when he shut down Justin Jefferson. We talk about when he was just making plays and everything like that. We talk about him signing back with the Eagles, even if he could have went with the Baltimore Ravens. We talk about that too. Yo, we got Slade back. At least we got Slade back. Period. We
No,
do.
I don't know, man. I felt like people was ready to let him go, like because he was getting
Some
old up
fans
there in
was. Some
age.
fans was.
Like they was ready to let him go.
But we know what we dealing with here, man. Philadelphia Eagles fans, period. Regardless of wherever you are in the nation or in the world, we are emotional about our squad because we put
For
our
sure.
blood, sweat, tears, hard-earned money into it. So when you
Absolutely.
got guys out here that's playing lackadaisical and just do whatever, and then go on a podcast and laugh about it, we don't want to see or hear you laugh about anything. We want to see what your results is or what you're going to do to get better. Period. We don't want to hear nothing else.
Like I said, man, I mean these cats is different, man. They not Dawkins is 1-on-1. You know what I mean? Like we talking about legends in the game. We talking about guys who play with a different chip on their shoulder. These boys just look like even I know we talking football, but look at basketball. You got cats wearing fingernail polish. Shit. I mean, what am I talking about? This cat's wearing fingernail polish in football right now. You know what I mean? Like they just different.
Kill.
You know what I mean? They wired different. They not what we want. You know what I'm saying? Like, but we gotta deal with the guy. Like you said, as long as they perform on the field, we cool. We good. Do what you do. You know what I mean? But as long as you show up on Sunday and we get an Eagles win, we good.
But listen, if he do that podcast and we had got a dub, we wouldn't hear about nothing. There would have been no issues.
Nothing.
But the fact that
no smoke, nothing.
It would have.
Huh?
It would have. It wouldn't have been to the extent that we just lost and that happened. I think it would have been to the extent only because Michael Parsons is a Cowboy. That's it.
They'd have just been like, "Oh, why you did that show with that?" I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
I can see that.
Yeah.
But other than that, it'd have been like cool and it'd have been cool and dandy. But him doing it, we losing, like all that together, we didn't look good. Like, yeah, it would have been probably an issue at that point. But man, let's talk about the Eagles, man. I mean, how y'all feel about the state of the team right now? What are you?
They ready to blow this thing up, dog. What you talking about? I saw a post talking about somebody had sources that Bill Belichick was leaving Philadelphia International. I'm just waiting for people to chime in on that. You know what I mean? Like they ready to blow this whole thing up. You can't tell me they not. Can't tell me they not. They ready to blow it all up. Get rid of Nick, bring in Kellen, get rid of Fangio. You know what I mean? We ready to blow it all up. I saw people talking about let's trade for Devontae Adams. Like, we tripping out here, dog. I've never seen the fan base so opinionated and so like separated. You know what I mean? Because you got people who, maybe not a lot, but you got people like, all right, like stick with what we got, and you got other people ready to just like blow it up. You got people in the middle. Like it's real crazy to see right now.
I think I'm on halfway. Like I'm not one of the people that place blame, so I'm cool with that. But like, I don't like the narrative around Jalen. People saying like we could trade him and move on and all that. I don't like, I just don't like it. Like no matter what Jalen going through at this moment, Jalen has had some of the highest highs that we've experienced outside of Nick Foles. Like, let's just be real. Like, I mean, we went to a Super Bowl. Yes, we lost, but like he right now trying to find himself again. Like since that Super Bowl, he's had 2 OCs. Like he's in a predicament, but like get rid of him. So I mean, what do you do then when you get rid of him and his best friend that's almost tied in with him is now not as happy as he want to be being a Philadelphia Eagle. So do we get rid of him too? So did you leave it with what? You know what I mean? It's cause and effect to everything you want to do. I mean, Nick Sirianni to me, as long as he don't completely destroy this team, he should have a job. But I mean, I know a lot of people are on the fence. Like, man, he should be fired. We should bring in Bill, Vrabel, Ben Johnson. They want to bring in everybody, but how does that gel with what we have here? Like AJ Brown, see, like I was kind of with the Vrabel thing as a DC, but they talk about head coach. Like AJ Brown wasn't happy in Tennessee. he stated it multiple times. Yes, he likes Vrabel as a person, but as a coach, he said it was hard to be a player there. He was like, it was like jail. He was like, you go in, they got a program. You do the program, you go home, and whatever they say is how it ride. He was like, I didn't have fun as a player till I came to Philly. I didn't enjoy playing football until I got here. That too, that makes it a lot easier. But also when you can communicate with your quarterback that, hey, dude can't guard me, bro. I'm finna double move and I'm finna catch him slipping. Just look out for me. Like, I don't know, man. Like, they want to bring in a lot of guys. Bill Belichick, Vrabel, Ben Johnson. They want to bring in. I heard some people say they willing to bring in. What's the dude name that was kicking players?
Kicking players? Gruden?
Yeah,
I seen a joke about Gruden.
Not Gruden. I seen Gruden, but the other one, from the Gators.
Oh, you talking about the boy on ESPN right now, the college coach.
Yeah.
I forget
he'll do better than Nick, and I'm just like, all right, bro, y'all want to bring all these people in.
Yeah, Urban Myers. That's who it was.
Do they still are they gonna be winners? Because at the end of the day, I care about how you are as a presented on the field and things of that nature. But at the end of the day, the result is winning. So you bring in all these guys, who really wins? And that's to me, that's just like, that's kind of where I'm at with it. Like, we can blow it up, we can fire people, we can move on. But when we move on, do we still win? Are we still winners? Because yes, we got talent, but if you can't utilize the talent, if you have your own premonitions of what football looks like, because we know what Mike Vrabel like. He coming in, it's gonna be heavy run game. Whatever coordinator he get, he want heavy run game. Little bit of passing. Are we ready to throw AJ Brown back to what he was before he got here? I mean, Devontae Smith to less than that.
And I think that opens up another question, because I think people don't know what we are. Like, we don't have an identity, right? We don't have an identity of what we are. But I feel like we do. We pass the ball. Like, people like run the ball, run. Like, we can't run Saquon into the ground. You know what I mean? Like, you know how that is. You saw, like, when they ran him to the ground, he gets hurt. You know what I mean? Like, we're doing what we're supposed to be doing with Saquon Barkley. Can we get him the ball more? Of course you can get him the ball more. He's so dynamic. You know what I mean? Like, you want the ball in his hands because good things happen when they do. But also, he's very injury prone. And we throw the ball. Our offense is built to throw the ball. You know what I mean? It is. That's what the identity want. They want to throw the ball and they want to throw it downfield. You know what I mean? So I think that people just need to get over it. You know what I mean? Like, this ain't the 90s. This ain't Jim Johnson. You know what I mean? And even Andy threw the ball more than anybody back in his day. So this ain't nothing new for what we saying. Like, we just load it up front and we see what's working. We understand Saquon's working. Getting him the ball is working. Running the ball with him is working. So why not just do that? But that's just not how they built. It's a passing league, man. Like, that's the time. There's not really many bell cow running backs anymore.
So I kind of want to ask DV, since you heard him say that, like, do y'all believe Jalen is the quarterback for us if we're gonna be a passing team?
Yeah, of course. Here's the thing, right? I feel like that, a part of what he said, I feel like we're still an inside-out offense. It was a Nick Sirianni scheme to throw down the field, and I think Jalen Hurts got too comfortable throwing the ball down the field. We heard in training camp, he was doing check downs. The first game he was doing check downs to Devontae Smith. He was doing certain things that we didn't see him do before. I feel like that. It's a passing league. I get it, but at the same time, what made Jalen Hurts dynamic, especially in 2022, is that he made guys better. A lot of people say that he don't, but he made guys like a Miles Sanders, who's not doing crap right now. Swift, who just got his first breakout game this year. Swift had a career year because of him. In that line, I'm not going to not give credit to the line. But Jalen Hurts is one of those guys that, it's an out thing. You got AJ Brown. The slant route is one of his best routes ran. Um, he just got to get comfortable and trust in, throwing to Dallas Goddard a lot more. He got to trust in throwing to his third wide receiver more. But that's all in the scheme of the coaches. At the end of the day, you only give him enough leeway to call out our read blitz and then make the changes at the line this year. The last couple of years, he didn't really have that. We were real stagnant of an offense because it was ran by, I gotta say Nick Sirianni, but a lot of people do say this year that, Kellen Moore does have a little sprinkle in there that they see. But at the end of the day, I think Jalen Hurts is the quarterback of the future. I think that a lot of people are sleeping on him because I get it. It's a what have you done for me now or lately type lead because we live in a microwave stage era, whereas though that you don't let people progress. It's more so like okay, we paid you now what, and now you're judging them off of that. But other quarterbacks in the league got even less great stats than him right now. Patrick Mahomes got more interceptions than him right now. I think he's like in turnover wise, I think he's like fifth or sixth or something like that. He's fifth or sixth. But at the end of the day, like I said, that comes down to coaching and it comes down to player execution. Just like the last fumble that everybody keeps talking about. This was on, like, the more and more I watch it, the more and more I'm like, this is more on Saquon Barkley because Jalen Hurts did everything right. If you hold him for a split second, he can give Grant Calcaterra a chance to catch that ball. So it's a lot of things that go on with it. Like, if you watch the game within the game, then you understand, like, the logic of the players. If you just watch the game and just go off of what national sports media or ESPN and all them, the national sports channels to say, then you're not really watching the game. You're just spewing out stuff like, oh, fire Nick Sirianni, Jalen Hurts got to go and everything like that. We always been for years a split fan base because you still, even when Jalen Hurts was on his run in 2022, they kept saying, oh no, Carson Wentz was better. You kept hearing that. And I'm like, yo, like, appreciate what you got now. They try to split up AJ Brown and Smitty. Appreciate you got these two guys now, and we signed them back. That's what I'm saying. It's a lot of things that go with it. And I just feel like that, as a fan base and also as an organization, we just got to figure it out how to support everybody, all these guys, and, move forward because right now they're not playing the best football. They're not. And we all can agree on that. They're not playing their best football. And everybody's hurt. So now it's like, all right, well, once we get everybody back, let's see how it looks. Let's see how it looks after a bye.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're gonna go on a nice little run here. Their schedule's soft coming up. They 2-2, and then when you think about it, just like you kind of said, everybody just ready to, it's the mob, right? It's the social media mob that keep that fire burning. Keep everything, going up. And, you gotta let them cook. You gotta let them go. You gotta let them cook. That's why I say, like, we jumping the gun with firing this. Like this, like you said, they got Smitty, they got all these people signed for the next couple of years, including Jalen. The window is now. So you gonna go try and hit the reset button because it don't look like it's good right out the gate? Like, man, y'all tripping.
And one thing that I want to say before someone else go, and I tweeted this, we got to stop talking about Howie Roseman being the issue. We really do. All he did was sign promising players, especially, the Georgia Dogs that everybody was hyped about. I sold shirts with these guys on it. Just hype about all these other guys, and you're sitting up there trying to blame Howie Roseman for they lack of performance. You can't do that. It's almost like, all right, we gotta go back to the drawing board because what we seen is what he's probably saw is like, yo, these guys work together. We gonna have a good defense, especially when guys like Fletch and BG and all them go. you don't hear nothing from Nolan Smith or anything like that. Why? Because they're not fit for the scheme, just like Huff. And we're gonna get into that too. But he's not fit. They're not fit for the scheme. You got these players and everything like that, and you gave Vic Fangio something to work with that they not even equipped to, and they're not quick to learn. They're not quick to learn the scheme yet. And now, we gotta build them up to learn the scheme. And by the time then, we could be in the hole. Defensively, it's going to be an offensive matchup. Anytime we go against another team, it's going to be offensive matchups. It's not going to be the defense. The defense is going to always get cooked. It's going to be inconsistent, and we just got to live with that result unless they start catching on to what Vic Fangio wants.
Yeah, King, I'm off that. I'm gonna have to blame Howie. I'm blaming
You can't.
Howie.
Why?
I'm blaming Howie, bro. I got to, because he the one pulling the trigger. He's a puppet master at the end, pulling the strings. You know what I mean? Like those picks on some of those picks, and I'm talking specifically. I didn't like Nolan Smith when he got to Georgia. You know what I mean? That's how far back I haven't liked Nolan Smith. And Huff was a miss, and letting Reddick walk looks like a miss. I think it's still open on Nakobe Dean.
What?
We already know what Carter is. He's a monster. And then Jordan Davis. People just mad Jordan Davis ain't a pass rusher, but that's not what he is. That's what people don't get. People don't. I mean, they don't understand football. They say, "Oh, we had a top 15 pick. He should be getting sacks." It's just not what he is. That's not part of his skill set. Now, can he develop something of a skill set like that? Possibly. But it's just not built into his skill set. He's still losing weight. You know what I mean? So we want him to be able to get 8-9 sacks. Like that's not feasible. That's not doable. So, but Huff looks like a huge miss. Nolan is a huge miss, and Reddick walk is a miss too. So those
he didn't let Reddick walk. He didn't let Reddick walk. We offered him $22.5 million, and Reddick said he wanted 20. Yes, it is.
No,
Reddick is not doing what those top 5 guys are doing. I don't care what the numbers say. He is not doing what he's not doing. He's not touching TJ Watt. He's not in there with Myles Garrett. He's not in there with Max Crosby. He's not. He's
very much so up there with all 3 of those guys, except for TJ.
With Aiden Hutchinson, bro. He's not with. Bro, these dudes can play the run. Can pass rush, but also drop back in coverage, which all 3 of them are asked to do.
Are you saying that Reddick didn't do that?
He didn't do it at a great clip. No, he didn't.
Oh, you crazy. He had an off year and he had 12 sacks last year. Off year. He had 12 sacks.
What did they say the reason he had an off year? Because he went against the script to go get sacks instead of playing as a team.
Mm-hmm. Bro, the year before that, he had like 17.
And that was him playing as a team.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and he had whole defense had off year last year.
All the guys I named are mostly on that defensive line by themselves, and they doing what he's doing plus some.
He's not. Who's on that defensive line that's a star?
What?
Who?
He's barely a star. He's not even a star. He's barely a star.
No. Wait.
Who Eagles defensive line is a star outside of Reddick? Who?
In 22?
Who was a star?
Didn't Javon Hargrave get paid star money? That money. Hey, that top.
I'll give you Hargrave.
Top D tackle money. Guess what? He got that.
I give you Hargrave.
Had a good season. Brandon Graham was a star that year. Josh Sweat was a star.
Bro.
Everybody.
Come on, bro. And I love BG. BG been way past this prime.
Guess what? To me,
time out, bro.
To me, the production is more of an anomaly than him being consistent. Yes,
bro.
It ain't no anomaly. He's had sacks, double-digit sacks in 4 different teams.
Bro.
4 different
How you sit up there, bro? How do you sit up there?
16 was.
How do you sit up there?
All his other numbers.
Come on.
How do you sit up there and say BG? It wasn't a stud when he came off an injury and had double-digit sacks. How?
It was the first time he did it. We're looking at the big picture. Like I said, I love BG. I think BG's underrated as a Philadelphia legend.
No, he's not.
Most games played by any Philadelphia player ever. That's an unreal stat for somebody who's been hurt too, right? He's been hurt a couple times. But let's not get it twisted. BG is a 7 to 8 sack guy. He is not a double-digit sack guy. He got double digits. He had a career year one time. He had double-digit sacks one time out of 15 years. And you want to tell me he's a star? He ain't a star like Reddick.
We don't
He's
win
not
that
a
Super
star
Bowl
like
without
Reddick.
him. We don't win that Super Bowl without him.
Oh, absolutely. Greatest play in Eagles history, in my opinion. Strip sack.
Okay.
But that don't make up for his career. Well, maybe a little bit, but
okay. But this is the thing.
You know what I mean?
You're telling me a star wants superstar money. It don't work like that, boss.
He's a superstar.
No,
he's not, bro.
You're out of your mind.
He is not a superstar. If he was
He's
a
superstar pass rusher.
Listen, Moss.
Name one thing.
Hold on, wait.
Go.
Name the superstar that's out there fighting for their bag right now.
Who's not paid? Who's not paid? A superstar who's not paid.
Or when they were going to get paid, they had to fight as hard as Reddick is right now. Superstars don't fight for money. Superstars get paid because your resume and your aura alone gets you the money you want.
I got you one. I got you one right here.
And they told him we're not giving you anything more than the $14.5 million the Eagles gave you.
I got you right here, bro. I got you right here. If Hassan Reddick was 25 years old, does he get paid?
Does he get paid?
Get paid what?
Top 3 pass rusher money. If he was 25.
No.
You're out of your mind.
He didn't get it at 25 the first time.
What are you talking about? He got 20. When he came here, he got $20 million a year, right? When he first came here.
15.
It was 15?
3 years, 45.
3 years, 45. And where'd that put him in top 5, right?
17, something like that. It didn't put him in the top 5. That's why he wanted money.
When he got paid.
That's why he wanted to get paid again in the second year.
Because he outperformed his contract. What are we talking about?
He did. And we offered him 22.5, which was Reddick's. To me, that was Reddick number. 22.5, you top 10. That's where you belong. You somewhere between 6 and 8. You in a good spot. Yes, bro. He doesn't deserve Myles Garrett. He doesn't deserve TJ Watt.
I just looked at his numbers. Since 2022, he's got more sacks than Bosa, Crosby, Mack, Parsons, Chris Jones. The only 3 people who's got more sacks than him since 2020 is TJ Watt, Myles Garrett, and Trey Henderson. You tell me he shouldn't be paid? You telling me he shouldn't be paid?
Go to pass coverage and breakups.
You just say pass coverage and breakups for a pass rusher? What are we talking about?
No, because that's what they asked. That's what they asked to do now.
Yeah.
I'm not saying what he did wasn't great. I'm just saying that they're asking him to be all around now. And this is why he's not going to get paid that money, because he refused to do that with us. Period. It was like he wanted.
Should he get paid like Nick Bosa? Should he get Nick Bosa money?
No.
Y'all tripping.
He don't, bro.
God, tripping.
He don't.
Nick Bosa, Nick Bosa's all that. Nick Bosa ain't that good, dog. He's good. He's a top tier pass rusher. Let me take that statement. He's a top tier pass rusher. I think he's a little bit overrated. That's just me. You know what I mean? Because I don't think he plays the run that well.
Really, when your whole main focus in the beginning, you're on the wheel learning how to be all around DE. Of course, you're not going to play the run well. You're going to have some weakness. You're not going to do everything well.
You know why Nick Bosa got paid? Because he almost had 40 sacks in 2 years.
And I think he played both sides.
That's another part. Like Reddick don't like switching sides. He like left tackle. He don't like left tackle money. Tackle.
I'm not sure that's such a big here and there with the both sides thing. Like I play, that's where I play. I play defensive line. It's you guys. Some people just can't play both sides. It's either one side. It's like a left tackle. It's like telling a left tackle to go to right tackle. It's a completely different game. You know what I mean? Completely different footwork. It ain't the same. Only
but
you gotta be
these
kind of
guys can
special
actually
and be
do
good
it,
at
though.
both sides too.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. You're making my argument.
And then hold on, look. He said he should get T.J. Watt money. T.J. Watt almost had.
I didn't say T.J. Watt money. I said top pass rusher money. So
I think he should be 6. No,
he should be paid top 3. He should be paid top 3. Not T.J. Watt. T.J. Watt is a Hall of Famer.
Myles Garrett, T.J. Watt, Max Crosby.
He should get. I have him in the same tier as Crosby and Bosa because I think they're in the same tier. There's T.J. Watt and Garrett. They're elite. They ain't nobody touching them.
But there's a difference though, right? When you start talking about when I talk about Bosa, maybe we'll leave him out. But when you talk about Crosby, he affects the
Crosby.
whole. That's why I put him in front of Reddick. Like I love Reddick. He affects the whole game. He not only just going to get sacks. No, he TFL guy. He's shutting the run down.
Man,
he climbing. He climbing the offensive line. Who?
Yo, the TFL is the same. Like y'all, we talk. We're kind of saying the same thing.
I'm not scared of. Listen, honest to God, truth. If I was a team, I'm not scared of Reddick in the run game. He gonna have some splash plays, but we can eliminate him.
No,
we can eliminate him. We can eliminate. Teams did it.
That's not true.
Teams ran it down our throat right where he was at.
Reddick was stout against the run.
And then he came out with so what was the purpose of him coming out with a 2-minute soliloquy saying, man, the Eagle fans and fans around the world saying I can't stop the run. Well, they barely run into my side.
That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna defend whatever they hear. But he's all right against the run. Is he a superstar against the run? No, but he can stop the run. Let's act like he ain't just a pass rush specialist. Let's not act like he's just a pass rush specialist because he's not. He's more than that. And he showed that he can play in coverage. We was mad. Why are they putting Reddick in coverage? You know what I mean? That's what we were saying. We were saying, like, why are they having him drop back? You're dropping back your best pass rusher. Why are we doing that?
Right. That's not his strength. Whereas though you could put these top 3 guys that we're talking about in pass coverage and they would get a pass breakup at least. They could keep up with tight ends. They could do certain things that Reddick can't do.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a Reddick fan, and maybe I'm a little bit biased, just a little bit.
So am I. I love Reddick.
Hey,
he
deserves did that to me.
He deserves top 5 money. You can't tell me he don't deserve top 5 money.
This man got 46 TFLs in 2 years to Reddick's 23.
What are you talking about?
And in the last 3 years, 24 to 24, 36 to right now he got 5, but 40, 45, 50 so far in the last 3 years for Max Crosby, TFL. 50.
I'm not saying
you telling me he's not a problem. You said it was almost the same. He's doubling what Reddick doing.
Yo, bro, the whole defense had a bad year last year. You know what I mean? Like
I'm looking at 22 when the Raiders was one of the worst defenses in the league. He had 22, and my boy had 11. Max Crosby's a monster, bro.
I'm not saying he's not.
I like Reddick to get paid,
lineman, bro. I'm a defensive lineman, so I like
Reddick to get paid somewhere 6 to 8, which is 22, which is 22 to 20.5 million. That's where I'm at with it.
Up, doggy. Got to keep going up.
He's not getting paid that. Guess what? If you want to keep going up, he's finna go home and sit on the bench and wait until his number comes down.
Home. He gonna be right where he at playing Samurai Jack over there overseas.
Oh, that might be home. That might be home, but he's not getting a deal. He's not getting anything over 22.
Not from the Jets. No, the Jets fleeced him though. The Jets fleeced him. There's no way. There's no way he goes to the Jets, and there's no way he goes to the Jets without them saying they're going to give him a deal. There's no way.
I agree with that.
They both agreed to something, and he didn't stand on his word.
Yeah, Joe Douglas didn't stand on his word. You know what I mean?
But all in all, he's not getting over 22 for nobody. And this year sitting out don't help you. It actually drops your number, if anything.
Let's see. Who's the top paid defensive?
Top paid is probably Bosa at this moment.
Bosa. Maybe. See, Bosa getting 34. The ball, Josh Allen out in Jacksonville is getting 28. Brian Burns is getting 28. TJ Watt's getting 28. Garrett's getting 25. Montez Sweat is getting 24. Hunter's getting 24. Rashawn Gary from Green Bay. You tell me Rashawn Gary from Green Bay is getting more than Reddick?
How Rashawn Gary?
Gary is what? He's young boy. He's like 24. He gotta be like 24, 25.
Exactly.
So
but that's what I said before. I said if Reddick was 25, 26, would he be getting that money? Y'all said no.
You said top 3 money. I still don't think he gets. No, I don't think he gets top 3 money. I think he's somewhere in that range you start reading off after the 28s. He's somewhere like in that 24 range if he was 25.
So TJ Watt is going to reset the market whenever he get paid. And so is Myles Garrett. So those are 4 and 5. But who you like better, Brian Burns or Reddick?
I'll say Reddick has a better resume. Brian Burns has the potential.
Man, they said that about Josh Huff, man. Come on, man.
No. Ain't nobody said that.
I'm trying to talk about what we know now, not potential. What we know now, and then Reddick at 25 with his numbers. Come on, man. He's getting 25 to 28.
I'll agree. I'll give you. I don't think he's Okay. So okay. You said 25 to 28, right? At 25,
yeah,
right?
25 to 28.
So why would he think he's getting 25 to 30 at 30?
That's the fight they be fighting, man. It's like the running back position, man. You know, once you get
nobody else is fighting that fight but him.
Yeah, because it's for him. You know what I mean? Like everybody else is younger. TJ special, Garrett is special. We don't put Reddick in that special category, and that's fine. I get that. Those are those are boys are walking gold jackets. You know what I mean? Like they go into the hall. So you pay them boys regardless of their age. So Reddick got to fight for his. So I mean, from his resume, if you look at his resume, he should be getting paid top 3, top 5 money. He should be getting over 25 million. From the list that I just wrote down, he should be getting over 25 million. He's better than Burns. He's better than Allen in Jacksonville. Might be close, but he's definitely better than Brian Burns.
But when you look at them boys, they play the run a lot more than he has.
Man, you tripping with Brian Burns.
They do. Hey, look, Brian Burns just came off a record-breaking year. I don't think he should have got. Listen, I don't think he should have got 5 years, 150.
Yeah, man, you.
I don't think it should have been that much. But I do think what he brings to that team with what they have, he's worth his money. I think he's right now.
I'm not capping any of these cats from not being worth what they want, but 28 million. He getting to it like that's. If I'm Reddick, he getting 28 million. I've done this on 4 different teams.
Those ain't even the guys he mad at. He mad at like Daniil Hunter getting 26 or something like that.
Hunter's a good player though. I like Hunter.
That was the breaking point from what I heard. Like I guess Daniil Hunter got paid after him and Joe Douglas made that agreement. Yeah, like, man, you got to pay me at least what Daniil Hunter made.
Exactly, and that's 26. That's more than 22. I'm telling you, like he should be paid top 5. It's a problem of his age. He's 30. And he's coming off an off year. It's tough. That's tough.
Well, look, Reddick can't be with us anyway, unless he gets cut.
He ain't coming back.
Unless he gets cut, and I don't think that Vic Fangio will want him back. Honestly. But how do y'all feel about the scheme of Vic Fangio at this point?
The same way I felt when I told you I thought it was a bad idea and I wanted to move off that scheme. And I told you I wanted somebody that's going to be more aggressive. He's going to listen. This is the thing. He's going to have moments in games where his scheme looks like it's magic, and it looks terrific, like it did against the Saints, where you completely shut teams down, you stifle them, you give them nothing to work with. And then there's going to be teams that understand how to beat the scheme, and they're going to do all the things right that defeats the scheme. Like, what really made me mad with Fangio was like, I told guys to tighten up the coverage, but I just don't know what happened. Like, okay, I understand you told them. Like it's a point where you step up to that big white line, you know what I'm saying, that separates the field from and you start screaming at dudes. Like, hey, move up. They eventually gonna hear you. Like, move up. Like, bro, like, what are y'all doing? Like, you have to assert some things. And I haven't liked the scheme even when Gannon was here. I don't care that we had 70 sacks. I didn't like the scheme then because I believe when good quarterbacks play you in those schemes, they underneath route you to death. They underneath. Baker Mayfield isn't the greatest quarterback, and he was smart enough to know when he seen us come from the 6, you can hear it loud as day on the surround sound. Kill, 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 kill. I'm not on the field, but I've played when you call that kill, you want to know. In your head, you're like, is he really killing the play? Or are they switching sides? And guess what they did every time? They went to that same little pass underneath route concept. Hey, somebody come and do a little hook, somebody do a little drag, somebody slant, and we gonna hit somebody because they're not on the line. And until Fangio is willing to adjust, good quarterbacks are gonna beat us, bro. Or at least make us shoot it out. I ain't gonna say beat us. They're gonna beat the defense. The offense is gonna be forced to put up points.
You facts.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So I want him to. But he did it though. Listen, when y'all go back and watch the All 22, it was the 2nd and goal. He put Quinyon in 1-on-1 with Mike Evans. I don't know what Mike Evans tried to do. He ran some like little ghost route, and then he was just like, all right, dude, right here. So the next play in mental, I'm like, oh, they going back to that. They took the red zone threat away. They going back to it. So they run the little motion with Godwin outside. And then I seen them do that little shift. I was like, why do that? Like, you in the situation where you are being successful. Why change it up? Like, they know you're going to change. They hoping you go back to the zone. Right. They hoping that you shift, and now we get a one-on-one with C.J. Gardner-Johnson and Mike Evans. It's a couple things I feel like during this bye week got to be emphasized, man, and that's why I get mad with Sirianni. Like, this is the time you got to be like, look, we got to be more aggressive. Teams are coming in with the quick game concept. Like, I don't understand why the Packers didn't do it. That's their game. The quick game is their game. They went into some other stuff.
I think both teams. No. I was just answer your question. I think both teams was just trying to put on a show because of the first time in Brazil, and they were just trying to put on a show. I don't think that they really played their whole playbook there.
Yeah, that's possible. NFL need that international money, man.
True.
Yeah. No, that's possible. I'm
kind of upset that they made us pay so early, though, and everybody else get to start playing their international games now.
Yeah, and they took a home game away from us, too.
Yep.
Yeah, said that's our home game, but it was definitely not a home game.
No.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead, Moss.
No, I was just going to say about the scheme. You know, I think he's still trying to figure it out. He don't got no pass rush. You know what I mean? That's tough. That's tough to figure that out. That's tough to win with that. You know what I mean? Like, people thought, you know, I think they might have thought they would have got something, at least out of Huff, because you traded for him, right? But now that you don't have no pass rush, so any capable quarterback is going to pick you apart. You know what I mean? And even if you press a little bit, It look, Slade got a step behind. You know what I mean? So we going, and he's on your number one. Quinion ain't on your number one.
Hey Moss, you play line, right?
Yeah. Defensive end.
Okay, so what's the difference between being a wide 9 and I say 4-eye? That's what Huff kind of being, right? 4-eye.
Yeah, the 4-eye is kind of like it's inside the tackle. So you always from an outside rush, you want to be on the outside shoulder of the tackle. You know what I mean? And he's light in the ass. He ain't a big guy. So, you talking about going against 6'5", 6'6", 300 plus linemen. Once they get their paws on you, it's a wrap, dog. It don't matter who you are. You know what I mean? Like once that's why you see like Warren Sapp, club, what do you say, club strap rip or whatever he says. Or you see Aaron Donald always working his hands. You don't want these boys to get their hands on you. Because once they get their hands on you, they control you. You can't really move nowhere. You know what I'm saying? You got to use your athleticism. So that wide 9 technique, you know what I mean? That's for a speed pass rusher to get upfield and get, use their leverage. Because,
so do you think that's affecting his game being here, being more of being sometimes in that 4-eye and having to pop out sometimes to be the wide 9?
Huff is specifically a pass rush specialist. Having him playing more downs is exposing him. He's getting blocked by tight ends. Like that should be a mismatch. And they leaving the tight end on him 1-on-1. He's just trying to and he don't got no pass rush moves. You know what I mean?
What's funny to me is he's like one of the highest chipped D ends in the league. He like top 3.
Like he don't got no plan. Like as a defensive lineman, you gotta have a plan. You gotta know what you're doing as soon as you get the ball, especially when it's passing downs. When it's 3rd and long, 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9. You can get after the quarterback. You know what I'm saying? You can put your hand in the dirt, put your foot in the ground, and get up. Get in your sprinter stance and get up the field. But he don't got no plan. It don't look like he got no pass rush moves. Like he ain't doing nothing. He ain't swimming. He ain't ripping. He just trying to just go through the dude. So
the thing about it is I've watched so much tape of him. I know he got a bag. That's the
thing.
He
was on a good defense though. Like the Jets defense was stout last year.
I've watched him put together a pass rush plan. Moss like literally 1-on-1, boom, 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 3 moves, and he passed. And it's like I don't know if like you in your head, if you're trying to like overdo it, overthink it, you're not making the right decisions. But it just seems like he just out there and it kind of like he just like going through the motions. Like he's almost like Nolan Smith. Like Nolan Smith he's putting together a bag slowly, but he don't really got a bag, and they do almost the same identical stuff on the field, and it flusters me because I've seen some of Huff moves. Like I've seen him do the Euro spin move, rip. Like I've seen him do those. I've seen him do things where it's like, okay, now where is that now? Like why I don't see you even putting together a bag? It looked like the only move you're using is a bull rush, and you're not even a power rusher.
Yeah, it's not. That's not his game.
I've seen you like this. I've seen you like this more than I've seen you like this. And it's like you're not that guy. Like, why are you changing your game? Is somebody in your head telling you this how you need the pass rush to be effective?
Vic Fangio, bro. Vic Fangio is because he sat up there and said, "Oh, like his last presser." He said, "Yo, he's getting better," and he wanted him to basically detach himself from the rest of the defensive ends. He's making him play the way he wants him to play, and that's the issue.
You're making him think too much. Some players. Go ahead, my bad, bro.
No, you good. You can't have. This is my last thing. You can't have Bryce Huff or be mad at Bryce Huff for getting paid 17 million. He didn't get that contract. He didn't want that contract. He just took the bait because we threw him the money off of one season that he had double digits. But then you put him in the scheme that he's not familiar with. His stance is off. Like, it's so much to go with Huff.
Yeah, he should be in the 4-point for sure. Hey, Jigga, his best moves come out of 4-point stance, and I don't know why they haven't put him back with his hands in the dirt. But he's a better end with his hand in the dirt.
Yeah, he's a hand in the dirt guy.
it seemed to me, Moss, like he needs his hands in the dirt to produce the power. Like he needs that forward push with the arms. Like he needs to get off with the extra push.
He needs to just be let loose. You know what I mean? Some play. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it a bean with you because I run into a lot of different players, and I play with people who are in the NFL. I played against people in the NFL. Some guys are just talented but dumb. Keep it a bean. Like they just need to know where to go. They can't think too much because when they think too much, they slow down. I got to worry about outside or for his responsibility could be on the edge that he's got the flair if the running back runs out. You know what I'm saying? Like he can't just go and rush the passer. You know what I mean? All this containment stuff like that. You know what I mean? So it could be a multitude of stuff, but he's just looking like he's not a fit is really what it coming down to. He's just not a fit in this defense. And unfortunately they gave him some money. You know what I mean? And he's going to be around at least for at least another year, right? So I think it'd be like crazy dead money on a contract if they release him or let him go. So you got to figure out what to do with him. Hopefully he figure it out.
The only thing you can do with him is basically set him up. Like if he's not working out and we get somebody or somebody fall to us in a draft or we able to get somebody that's great at the scheme of Big Fangio, only thing we can do is set him up how he was with the Jets and just let him just do him. You know, that's it.
Yeah. Just let him rush the passer. That's what you can do. You know what I mean? They were hoping that they got an ascending young pass rusher that showed promise. Like you said before, Smith, is like you paid him more on potential. You know what I mean? Is why you paid him the money that he got. And it's just seeming like something's missing. Like something's missing. And then now he's disconnecting himself from the team a little bit. Maybe it's a distraction, or maybe that's just him, venting out because he's not doing well. I mean, I think it's still true to this day. He doesn't have a statistic, right? He doesn't have one. I don't think I've ever seen
that. He got to tackle.
He got to tackle.
He had and he also had a half a sack, but they took that away from him. I think that's the funniest shit ever.
Because it was a flag. It was a flag.
Yeah, so that make it even worse. Like he all right, bet I got on the board. You know what I mean? But now and then he took it away. So he's got in 4 games he's got 1 tackle.
Yeah, man. If Hassan Reddick play just a quarter, he would probably have better stats than Huff right now.
Oh, of course.
So technically, the Jets actually won the trade almost.
Yeah.
Now.
Well, we didn't trade it though. I mean, they wanted Huff back. They just was late to the draw.
Yeah.
I've heard them come out and say,
but also on the flip side, right? But on the flip side, when we when we signed the free agents, are the guys that was available basically. When we signed Huff, we were still negotiating with Hassan Reddick. So a lot of people got to stop saying that we were trying to replace Hassan Reddick. We weren't trying to.
We was actually trying to, in my opinion, was trying to replace Josh Sweat.
Yeah, Josh Sweat did the right thing and took that pay cut.
Yeah, he did.
Well, see, but like if you watch the Dominoes, it kind of fell kind of weird because there was no talk of restructuring Josh Sweat all that time. All you heard about was like they were in negotiations with Hassan. They had came to a number, but Hassan wasn't coming to that number. And then all of a sudden you hear oh, Josh Sweat restructured, and then you hear they're accepting calls for Reddick. I think the plan personally to me was to have Huff and Reddick in the building and let Sweat let Sweat use his capital to move around because he's a little younger, probably could have got a little bit more from him. His stats aren't as good. So I think the number where Howie was at compared to what the league was at was off.
And I said
I'm sure he got accepted calls for Sweat, but I don't think anybody came with a third, second.
But I said this before, with the vision of Howie Roseman, what he was thinking is that he was going to have a 4 or 5 man rotation at the DE position. You was going to have BG, who was supposed to be on his last year. Now he don't even know if this is going to be his last year or not. Then you had Sweat because he took the pay cut, so he was going to stay on the roster because he was cheap. And then made it beneficial for the people that we did sign. Then you also had Huff that we did sign. Noah
Is he
Smith.
glitching for you, Moss?
Who? Who, me?
He glitching for you or just me?
I'm glitching?
Moss,
I
he
don't think
glitching on
I'm
your end? No, I'm saying, is he glitching on your end?
Nah.
All right, hold on, I'm gonna leave and come back.
But he wanted a 4 or 5 man rotation. And I don't think that's why I don't think that he was a Hassan Reddick replacement. I think that he kind of fit what we were trying to do because he was averaging like 40% of the snaps a game with the Jets. So I think that's where they wanted him to be at. But like I said, he's struggling with this Vic Fangio scheme. And Vic Fangio, he's more like, oh, it's not working. Get him out of here. He's more of that type of coach than to try to basically break him up to speed on what you're trying to do, and then focus on the fundamentals of his scheme. He's not going to do that. He's not going to do that, and that's why I think it's messed up because right now Vic Fangio has probably 2, maybe 3 players on the defense that fits his scheme. That's Jillix Hunt. That's Zach Bond, because this is all the guys he picked, and then he also liked Quinyon Mitchell, and I'm pretty sure he likes Cooper DeJean too, but he got to be brought up to speed. Hopefully he be brought up to speed that he's the corner, he's the nickel back for week 6. Because
yeah, that's what I think that's what he said, right? He came out and said he's real close.
Yeah.
So what do you do with Maddox, you think? Because I don't like Maddox at safety.
He's on the bench. He's on the bench. They're gonna
bench him, you think?
For anything. You gotta bench him. You gotta bench him because he's there for a veteran presence of stuff that he see, because it's easy outside looking in to see what players are doing wrong, and you can be that voice on the sideline. I don't need him on the field because he can't tackle, and once he makes a good play, what do we say, Smitty? Every time he makes a good play, he gets hurt. Every single time.
Yeah. He is an injury prone bull. He's good in the nickel, though. I like him in the nickel, but
no. The only thing I like about him is that he can tackle downhill, but he's fragile downhill.
Yeah, that's why I don't like him at safety. I didn't get that when they
I don't like him at nickel either.
When they were talking about putting him at safety, I'm like, yo, like you gonna try to make him a hitter and he get hurt? He's frail. Like, what we doing?
Let him be a motivational speaker, man. He can stand on the sideline with a polo on, man. Listen. He's becoming a liability. He doesn't know his run fits. When motion happens, he's all out of sorts. He's missing open field tackles in one-on-one situations where you're close to the like. I know everybody killing CJ for his open, a couple missed tackles, but his is like, Maddox, you right there. Like you're closing in, man don't got the ball. All you gotta do is wrap up, and he's not doing it. He's hard to communicate with on the field because he doesn't understand what's going on. He makes some crucial mistakes lately. Like I seen a couple plays where like, why are you the inside man passing the inside man to the outside man? Like I played DB. We play it like this. It's 3. Hey, look, I'm lined up over him, you over there, you over there. Why would I pass him to you way on the outside? Like it don't make sense. Like he passed, it was a play where there was nobody in the flat, but Quinyon is in the flat. The running back is coming out, tight end coming out. So Quinyon is trying to react to the tight end, but it's like the way that Maddox set it up, it was almost like he was like, oh, I'm taking the inside man. I'm taking the running back. And Quinyon is like kind of like playing it right.
Yeah.
He playing it wrong. And the tight end just leaks out. The tight end just leaks out for a big play. And I'm like, that's your man. He's the closest man to you. He ran across your face. You follow him until you know it's passed off. He just not communicating well in the back end. And I'm hoping Cooper DeJean is at this point ready to play. I don't know nobody else that can get it there. Quinn Young don't seem like he's going inside. It don't seem like they want to put Isaiah Rodgers on the field. So at this point, I'm just like, look, let put 33 out there at this point. At least if he getting burnt, at least he teachable. He a young dog. You can teach him new tricks. You can kind of get him in a situation where you can let him play football, man. Because right now, Vontae Maddox, I don't know if his injuries catching up to him. I don't know if it's him not understanding the scheme the way he used to play. It seemed like he understood things like that. But the problem with me is like when the motion moves to the opposite side and they're not in man. What's up, Queenberg? And they're not in man. And now you're responsible for that gap on the outside of the tackle. That's your run fit.
Mm-hmm.
How did you end up in front of the center? And Rashad White come right outside doing 50 and go right by you. You inside, you turn around and you turn around into the tackle. There's no reason you should be inside the tackle. You're the nickel corner. So the outside of that tackle is your hold. You come down and hold. You let the run come to you, or you funnel it back in to the linebackers and the D line. There's no reason you should be inside Nakobe Dean. He's the Mike linebacker. You shouldn't be on the other side of him. How did you end up over there? You didn't know what you was doing. You didn't understand the run fit. You way somewhere else, and your lane for the run fit is empty. I'm ready to move off him. I don't. Eugene is the best fit. I think it's the best fit over Maddox. Right? Maddox ain't playing good football.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting how they play that out. It's tough because you want a vet out there, right? You want him to learn, but you also want some veteran presence out there because it's a Super Bowl window. You know what I mean? And people laugh like Super Bowl, like this team, this roster is especially on offense. Now defensively, obviously we got problems. You know what I mean? But if you look at the NFC, who really top dog? Like, do you really believe in the Vikes right now? They playing like it, but do you believe in them long term? Anybody scare you in the NFC? Who scare you in the NFC? Nobody. Now, if Adams goes to Washington, that's a problem. If he goes to Dallas, that could be a problem.
That could be a problem.
Man, Jerry Jones way too cheap for that. Come on.
Offensively, it could be.
Listen, he barely wanted to play CD. You think he paying 2 CDs?
Well, he would trade for him. I saw a trade today that looked actually decent.
But listen, he's already under contract for like what, 29, 28?
Man, Jerry will figure a way out. You tripping? That's Jerry.
Tell me the last big superstar Jerry traded for that was making some money. Already making money.
Already making money.
Rookie deal. He don't. Everybody he picked up is on expiring deals or no money deals.
Yeah, and he still got to pay Parsons, which who knows if he does that or not.
You ain't finna take a dude with 2 years left on the contract at top wide receiver money when you just paid your top wide receiver.
Facts. That'd be stupid.
He going, listen, if it was me, he going, in my opinion, Jets, Commanders, Saints.
Yeah, Carl.
Yeah, the Saints. The Saints, he got some ties. I saw some videos that he got some real ties. Obviously, not with just the quarterback David Carr, but it's a coach down there that coached him in like college and kind of helped him out. I think they was talking about on Emmanuel Acho's podcast. I forget boy name,
but the thing is,
he got a coach down there. He got some connections down there.
When they asked him about it the other day about the request, he was like, "I ain't talking to nobody." So who did he request to trade with?
You know how them things get out. You know what I mean?
No. He's literally like, "Oh, I ain't talking to nobody in like a couple of days, so I don't really know what's going on." And then they say like, "Oh, but would you request a trade?" He looking at them like, "I didn't request anything. Now, if they are accepting calls for my name, then that's cool. But I didn't ask for a trade." Just like Tyreek Hill was like, oh, woke up the trade rumors. All right. I think for players, this is like one of the funnest times in football. You could wake up and your name could be on TV for something that you don't even know anything about. Especially like requesting trades. Because, hey, all last year we heard it. We went through it. A.J. Brown won out. This person won out. That person won out. I don't know.
Yeah, that's
I think it's an interesting role for the Eagles, though, man. I know Moss Money got to get up out of here. You know, we're going to keep running, though, Moss. But
yeah.
you want to give your final words to the few before you slide, man, feel free, man.
Yeah, for sure. I'm looking at it right now. So if y'all don't know me, y'all never seen me before. My name is Moss Money. I run a podcast called Money Pot Betting, where we teach people how to bet. It's like an epidemic out here, man. You can bet anything from this thing right here. So we all think we know football. We all feel like we know football, but it's more than that into the betting game, man. And the one thing I do want to leave, man, I always give out free bets, free plays. One game I'm really looking at that I really like, actually two games, but the first game I'm looking at is this Dookie game, Raiders versus Denver. I like the under. It's a low 36 points, but they ain't gonna be no offense, and Devontae Adams has already been out. So when you think about the matchup game flow, you put Patrick Surtain on whoever you think you're gonna throw the ball to, and Vegas don't got no offense. Denver no got no offense. So my first play for y'all is the under in the Las Vegas Raiders versus the Denver Broncos. And I'm taking Green Bay straight up. Taking Green Bay minus the 3 against the Rams. The Rams are terrible. Their offense is terrible. I don't know what they're doing. And they have literally the worst defense in the game, giving up almost 28.5 points per game. Give me the Green Bay Packers outright -3 in LA. That's gonna be a home game from Green Bay. You know what I mean? If y'all ever seen a Rams game, people, you know what I mean, like when you watch the LA Rams play, there's a lot of other teams in there. And Green Bay fans, they travel well.
We took over the last time we played them.
Yeah. So give me Green Bay -3. And with that, man, I love talking to you boys. I will make sure, as always, make sure y'all follow Inside the Nest. Make sure y'all follow them on all social media platforms. I know I do. I share the content, so should y'all. As always, go Birds, man. And yeah, man, anytime y'all want to talk, man, let me know. I'm around.
Got you, bro.
Be safe.
All right, bro. Appreciate y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, all right.
Oh man, not the dad stretch, dog. Like you just gonna make these noises, bro.
I'm a little stiff, dog. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. It's nice to have, it's nice to have a new face on, man. Fresh face, talk some football with.
Yeah, but my man why are you laughing, dog? Like,
I already know, dog. I know you too well, bro.
I don't know about this whole Reddick thing, man. Like, I don't know what he was on, bro. Like, Jigger, you caught that too? Yeah.
Some people got Reddit, maybe just a little.
No, I understand, because a lot of people, like, even Eagles content creators had him on that pedestal because of what he did with the 49ers to make us go to the Super Bowl. I get that. But at the same time, I'm like, nah, bro. Like, you gotta see. And then he comes into the next year. He was hurt for like 3-4 weeks. Did he still have double-digit sacks? So they like, oh, he still had double-digit sacks. It's good when that's all you're doing. You're not doing anything to change the game. You really not. Whereas though these other guys that you want to get paid, like, changes the game, bro. They changed the game. And that's what I'm saying. Like, teach his own, man. I think Hassan Reddick need to get paid, but as a top 10, not a top 3. If he gets paid as a top 3, that organization is stupid. That organization is dumb. The man just turned 30. He just turned 30. And I love Hassan Reddick, but I don't think he's top 3 money, top 5 money.
No. Hey, look, man, I respect like all the edge rushers around the league. You know, yes, he has some numbers that compare. You know, but when you start looking into like pass rush run rates and run stop run, you know, all that, when you start looking into like what these other guys are putting on paper, you know,
Yeah.
inside their game is like, bro, listen, I'm not gonna sit here and do too much, but like TJ Watt interception numbers, like what that man, I don't even know how many touchdowns the man got, but the man got touchdowns on his, like, all that stuff play a part when you sit down at that table and you want to negotiate that money. Every stat that you can put on some paper, you can make your game look better. Uh, it gets you more money. And I just think like when it came down to Reddick, man, like the only numbers he had that really was on the paper was sacks. And then you have a faulty whatever come out saying you a mercenary, you leaving your people on the line out to die to go get sacks. Like,
I want to talk about more. Where do we go from here? You know, it's been inconsistent these 4 games. It's been up and downs. You know, Brazil we won, Saints we won, Falcons we lost, Buccaneers we lost, and you know a lot of people wanted that game because you know they felt like Jalen Hurts or even the Eagles in past years that you know Todd Bowles and the Buccaneers had our number. Where do we go from here? You know, I understand we're getting guys back, getting healthy. We had very descriptive stories from our 1A and 1B receivers. I already know Lane Johnson wants to come back because he was itching to play last game, but they said no, he was a late scratch. Um, but where do you think that let's do it in the layers. Where do you think the coaching staff should go here?
um, Moss Money kind of sort of got close to what I was wanting to say right here, anyways, right? Um, your defensive line right now is learning. They're having struggles and they're learning. They're trying to figure out pass rush game plans. They're trying to figure out how to get to the quarterback. So the first person on the coaching staff that I feel needs to adjust is Fangio. I'm not asking you to go to man-to-man defense. I'm not asking you to change your scheme. What I am asking you to do is give your defensive line an opportunity to rush the passer. It's gonna have to be a situation where you can play press. They have cover 3 press. They have cover 6 press, where you can touch these receivers and you don't have to give them 7 or 8 yards off the line of scrimmage. I seen a few guys on Sunday have some one-on-one situations where they bumped the run. They still was in zone, but they put hands on the receiver, slowed the receiver down, got to their spot in the zone, and made the receiver work. Yes, it's risky because obviously if he's not going to your zone, you've wasted time, you've slowed it. But you need to slow receivers down to get a guy that aren't just getting off the ball and getting initial pass rush off the rip some time. I'm not asking you to give him 6 seconds or nothing like that, but this man, Baker Mayfield, was passing the ball in 2.3 seconds, and I didn't see you start touching receivers.
I'm trying.
I don't know. I'm kind of confused with what Dr. Claw talking about.
Yeah, I'm trying to understand where he at with it too.
But I think he need to put some hands on people. You know, a little bump, a little touch. You know what I mean? Something to give your defensive pass rush an opportunity to make some plays. And that I think, and getting Reddick off the field. You know what I'm saying? Get Maddox off the field. You get Maddox off the field. You get Sidney Brown back, so you can get some alleviation in there, get some speed on the field. Listen, hey, I wouldn't be. Nah, I ain't gonna say that. I don't think he good at nickel, but that'd be crazy. That'd be a crazy look to see though.
What?
Sidney Brown come back and play a little nickel.
No, I think if anything, they'd probably put CJ at nickel before they put him at nickel.
Nah, but you got to think of what he playing nickel for. I don't think Vic would put him there for coverage.
No,
For
he put
those,
him in for
but for
extra.
those sneaky blitz he like
Yep,
to do
yep,
for that.
the extra blitz.
Well, actually, I think he would cover, but it'll be more the flats. It won't be like deep. It'll be more like,
Yeah,
hey, you got running backs, you
solid.
got tight, you got whatever come out the backfield type deal.
He got that
Or
sideline
on the
speed.
blitz.
Yeah.
Cause that's what N'Kobe Dean's struggling with right now.
Yo, I don't understand it though.
He's not sideline to sideline fast like that.
But
And the
what
thing
I
is,
saw,
Fangio put him in situations where he got to make decisions, and that's not the Kobe Dean's best attribute.
but this is what I've been telling Eagles the fan base. What you see in week 1, that is not us. That's not fully us, I should say. We seen Zach Bond, and like now they got tape on Zach Bond. We seen N'Kobe Dean. N'Kobe Dean had a great game. Now look at N'Kobe Dean. He's struggling from sideline to sideline. He's missing tackles. Like I'm really not understanding. Like
I really felt like that one missed tackle though should have been a block in the back. Dude pushed him to the ground. That shit was wild.
They're not gonna call none of that, bro.
N'Kobe, it was a screen, I think. It was like a screen. He like broke out to the screen and the receiver was just like and N'Kobe was just like, dang, I thought I had to tackle when he pushed me. I was like, nah, Jigga, that's not true. That's not true. I ain't gonna let you do that. I seen Trotter get on the field, bro, and literally not move. He didn't know where to go. That man just stood up and just like, and got blocked. I was like, Trotter, you gotta go follow the ball like that way. And Ben Van Summerman, he just fast. He's just quick.
Yeah. It's different when it's in front of you, man. I'm trying to tell you. It's different. Especially when you play a real ball.
They gotta let Kobe just read and react.
But see, that's my thing about when Nick Sirianni said in his presser, and I know he don't hold account to really the defense because Vic Fangio has that on lock basically. But to sit up there and say things like you put players in a position to be great is a false statement. It's a false statement on both sides, but really on the defensive side. Like I don't understand it at all. I think that Vic Fangio just want to run the scheme, and if the scheme's not working, he's ready to bench people, and that's probably what players don't like. You know, it wasn't really a really descriptive teaching in the all season and training camp and all that of the way he wants the scheme to be ran, and see if the players could do it. It's just like, okay, well, I think he could do it, so I'm gonna put him out there. Then get mad because he can't do it, and now you're taking away his snaps.
Bro, why my daughter answer for you? She talking. Hey, that shit caught me off guard because I'm listening to you, and I just look up and see eyeballs. I'm like, what's going on?
That happened to me. That happened to me when we was talking to the guests or whatever like that, because my son came up. He looked like Malibu Most Wanted. He was just weird. And I was sitting here like,
hey,
what?
bro, that's wild. Nah, man. I don't think like offensively. I don't know, man. It's so much. Like, I don't want to be the guy that say Sirianni running the offense, DV. I don't want to be that because I truly believe. I don't know.
I see me personally. This is why I said it, and this is why I tweeted. And a lot of people. I lost like 40 followers on Twitter yesterday just because I was just tweeting my thoughts about everything that Eagles fans were saying, and then what was going on. I didn't really touch on the Darius Slay situation or the Devin White situation, but I feel like this about that. Nick Sirianni is calling or having his hand in the playbook still, because if you look at Dallas Goedert's chart against what the Saints uh, versus against the Falcons, it looks totally different. If you look at how Jalen Hurts played from Brazil to the last couple weeks, you can see the difference. Like I said, I'm not saying Kellen Moore is the end all be all. I'm not saying that he's a guru in offensive playbook, but I know that what he does know how to adjust in game, and he knows how to do certain things that he could get greedy. We already know that. We said that in the off season, but he knows how to adjust. And the fact that after a 59 yarder from your running back, your star running back, he only touches the ball one time, right? Then on top of that, like you said previously, Jahad Dotson is running AJ Brown routes. You send me a tweet. I've seen it.
Bro,
When you seen the
he
two
ran a
receivers.
he ran a comeback route, bro. Right? The comeback route was so lazy. I could have, bro. At my old age, right now, DV, I go out there and run a crispier comeback than he did. He got to the top of the route, bro. He didn't like. You know how Smitty run his comebacks. He come up, and he come back. Like he coming downhill as Jalen is throwing the ball. He coming back to the ball. He making sure I'm gonna run into the ball, and the defender to get to the ball got to run into me. Bro, Jahan did like this. Jahan said, got to the top of the route. He just said,
That's what I'm
and then
saying. Like,
Jalen threw it to him in anticipation. He threw it to him because he like, oh, I know this comeback open because Smitty done had this comeback open so many times. I know
right.
he beat. He almost threw a pick because Jahan Dotson ran the route so lazy.
But see, Commanders fans was warning us about that. Period. 1, 2. Like I said, he probably was told in the locker room, like, "Hey, you the decoy." Because normally in wide receiver threes, they say, "Yo, always expect the ball. Always expect the ball. Even if you don't get the ball, always expect the ball. Just run your route to the best of your
Always
ability.
expect the
And
ball.
don't sit up
Always.
there and just be lazy in the route running because now you're giving the defender the room to actually make a play. Or you got to start playing defender because it's going to either be an interception or not because you want to run lazy routes.
Listen, DV, if Jalen Hurts didn't throw like the perfect ball to Jahan, like he threw it where if you had ran the comeback right, it would have been a perfect ball. It'd have been outside shoulder, outside arm, cut pocket. It'd have been perfect. If he throws it inside just a little bit, just not seeing where Jahan was and throw it, it's an interception. It's
Yeah, he
6.
did. Yeah.
And that bothers me because I'm like, I'm up here like, okay, I'm wondering why. Okay, why they not getting you involved? Why they not getting you to rock? Why they not getting you in the game? And that shows me right there. Like if you willing to slack off, you're not running these routes to 150%. Then I see why Jalen isn't looking your way a lot. I see why Kellen isn't calling plays for you. Like you're lazy right now, and I don't know if it's to me, bro. I hate to say this shit. It's giving Quez Watkins. You locking out the game because you're not the main target. You're not the second target. You're not the third target. You're not the fourth target. You know, and it seems like he's just like here. Like, all right, I'm on a good team. I'm gonna do what I need to do. If I get the ball, I get the ball. If not, I'm cardio man. And it's really like I'm at the point where like he got to step up, bro. Like he got to wake up. Like we gonna need you. If we're gonna have to get into shootouts because our defense can't stop nobody, we need all 5, 6, 7 pieces.
You know who's gonna make him step up? AJ Brown.
Who?
AJ Brown's gonna make him step up. AJ Brown's gonna like, yo, bro, like we're gonna need you to, run your routes, basically do certain things that you was doing, like when you set that ghost pick for Dallas Goedert. You're gonna have to do certain things on this team to help the team. You're not gonna be number one, you're not gonna be number two. You're not going to be receiver wise. You got to be what we brought you in for, and that's to be the decoy, and then also run your routes because you got to expect the ball. Because at times we're going to get doubled. You're going to be wide open. You got to be able to get that catch and basically actually yards at the catch if you can. If not, yeah, just make the grab because Jalen Hurts is looking for him. Just like I believe Jalen Hurts when he says that he has a lot of trust in all these guys. But at the same time, I feel like that when it's on the field, he don't trust in the guys because the guys don't trust in themselves. The only person that I feel like that besides wide receiver wise, AJ Brown and Smitty, that he has that guidance with, and it's not no knock to Johnny Wilson, and it's only because he has some injuries. But Paris Campbell, I feel like he has a chemistry with Paris Campbell, that those little check downs and things like that, he can hit Paris Campbell up.
But I think the reason he got that trust in Paris too, Paris will go find a spot and sit there.
Yeah.
He giving the front end numbers. He letting Jalen know I'm looking dead in your eyes. All you gotta do is put it here. I'm gonna catch it. And every time Jalen puts it there, it's caught. It's 100% catch.
Yeah.
Like he does some veteran things. I think I don't know how it's gonna work out because I know they want to get Jahan Dotson. But if I was them, I would. Well, I think Paris Campbell will be on the roster now with Brent Covey being down. I think they should figure out a way maybe to make Paris Campbell wide receiver 3 man because Jahan Dotson is to me, he's a young guy going through immature pains. You know what I mean? You had those moments in the Commanders. I got to keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? I got to keep it all the way the same way all the way around, like the same way I felt about Devin White. You had a pouting moment when you lost your spot, and Jahan Dotson did the same thing. You had a moment where Dahami Brown was getting more targets than you. He was getting the second receiver snaps. You had a moment. You clocked out. You did that, and now you clocking out here, and it's just like, what? Man, Jigga, bruh. Come on, bruh. Eliminate Zacchaeus. Yeah, we should have kept Zacchaeus, man. Nah, he said zucchini. That man said zucchini.
I know what he's talking about.
But he got to come out, bruh, every play. And Jalen knows, bruh. Jalen only respects hard work. There's nothing else to get his respect. Hard work, and then the hard work paying off. That's what Jalen Hurts cares about. And when he see you out there lacking, he see you out there half running routes, he throw one to you, and you listen. Jalen one of those people like, I'm gonna throw it to you, and you screw me over, it's gonna be a while before I come back. He'll do it to Goddard. He'll do it to any of them. He will look away and go to other people. That's kind of why Calcaterra and Stahl was in the doghouse for so long. But for some reason, somewhere, he done fell in love with Calcaterra. I don't get it.
It's more so coaching. It's coaching because coaching did fall in love with Calcaterra. They brought back Jack Stahl because they still need that blocker because Calcaterra was ass in blocking. But Jalen Hurts, like I said, Jalen Hurts got to trust in everybody. But like I said, they got to give him something to trust in as well. I'm happy that we probably will get Lane Johnson back because that gives him more time against the blitz. I feel like that he read the blitz correctly. Shout out to Philly Films again. I feel like he read the blitz correctly when he made that pass. And he got hit by the guy that wasn't touched. They did the 6-man rush, and he got hit by the guy that wasn't touched. He read it correctly, but he knew he was going to take a hit because they didn't have enough blockers. But this time, I think that going forward, we're going to have that extra block because we got more leadership on that offensive line. I don't think we play any hot environments like that for the rest of the year, especially because of the season we're in. But at the same time, it did play a factor, but we can't make it that because that team had to play in it too. They had to play in it too.
Hey, Jigga, I do want to see what Anais brings to the offense if he gets the opportunity to play. I think he can be more dynamic than Jahan Dawson right now.
I feel like Anais Smith when he comes back, I think they're gonna have him on punt return duties, and they're gonna have Cooper DeJean playing. They're gonna have him. They're gonna start him off there, and then if something was to happen, he probably gets some targets.
I can see it. He gonna have to earn it like Covey did.
Yeah.
I can see it.
But see, it makes sense because he's a rookie. And I feel like that's where they're going. And he was hurt. So yeah, he's gonna have to earn it. Anaya Smith could do great on bubble screens, but I don't know if he's equipped to the NFL speed yet.
I think the injury gonna slow him down. I think if he was playing all this time, I'm with Jigga, like get him some of them screens, but he been down for a few weeks, kind of trying to get back in the groove. I don't know if he's gonna be 100% ready to be dynamic as he need to be. Sometime this season though, they're gonna have to get him in an offense. We need a burst of youth somewhere.
Yeah, because I think the odd man out, because I don't think when Covey comes back, I don't even think that he's going to be fully healed. I think that's going to linger for some time before he becomes 100%. But I think John Ross is the odd man out still.
Oh, he'll be out. He'll be out this week. He'll be back on the practice squad this week.
Well, next week, right?
No, he'll be back. You'll be hearing about once you hear that Devontae and AJ fully cleared to be back out there. They good to go. You'll hear about John Ross being demoted to the practice squad.
Speaking about
technically speaking, we called him up, so he's already back on the practice squad.
Yeah. Speaking of fully back, on the team. There's a certain somebody that is still lingering out there that's still on the roster. Do you think that we make a move to get him off the roster, or do you think that he will be one of those like backup safeties? I'm not gonna say his name. You know who I'm talking about.
You're the second person to ask me this today.
Because they keep talking about it. Because as we talking about Avonte Maddox, they're talking about him also. RIP to Kid Baby Matumbo because you're doing a figure wave.
No, leave him. Yeah, RIP to the GOAT, man, of the finger wave, man. No. We will not have that dude back on the. I see somebody said, yeah. Oh my God, oh my God.
Jigga don't like none of them, man. I'm all here for it because he been consistent. He been consistent.
Bro, he consistent on it. Slayer Bradbury for a half a cheesesteak.
Right.
Hey, look, Jigga, and the cheesesteaks don't need no works on it. It don't have to have nothing but the cheese and the steak.
Yo, y'all giving that's a free. That's like a lunch, a freebie public school lunch cheesesteak.
I'll take it, bro. I'll take it. Slay right now. Slay right. Listen, somebody said it earlier, and I ain't want to say it, bro. They said that number 2 looking like 24 every day. And that 2 starting to transform, boy.
Slay gotta get it together, man. Honestly, because like him a level, man, he's still on the squad. The organization still respect him and all that. But like I said, that was some sucker shit. That it was some sucker shit. But like I said, it wasn't as bad as Philadelphia, the average Philadelphia Eagles sports fan would make it out to be. But it was some sucker shit. Number one, number two, you got burnt on so many plays that last game, bro. You know, you can't sit up there. And, I would have respected it if he's like, yo, man, yeah, CJ, he shouldn't have said that. But look, who am I to talk? I got burned on some plays too. I got scored on this, that, and third. If he would have talked about his wrongdoings and say, yo, we gonna get back, you know, I'm not worried about none of that. We gonna get back. I'd have respect the whole goddamn thing. But he didn't. He didn't. So
I
think
don't even care about the Gardner Johnson situation, the Micah situation, none of that, right? My biggest issue is your play on the damn field. You're getting cooked.
right, that's what I'm saying. I'm not talking about what he said about CJ, really. I'm talking about
no.
what he did.
That's what I'm saying. I'm agreeing with you. Like, I don't care about none of that, but your play on the field is poo-poo. Like, that's basically what you were saying to me just now. Like, you did all this, but guess what? When you got on the field, you look like shit.
Like, how do you shut down or go to war with Justin Jefferson, right? But then you sit up there and get cooked by this guy, and you can't, like, for God is my witness, he cannot guard Scary Terry. You know, since he's been a Philadelphia Eagle, Scary Terry was getting the best of him.
Yeah. DK Metcalf too.
Yeah, and a lot of people are calling him overrated right now. They call it DK overrated, bro.
Did they not see what DK did Monday night?
I seen it.
He almost completely beat the Detroit Lions by himself. Listen, what I need Slay to do is play better. You know what I mean? I don't care about your podcast. I don't care about you being cool with the ops. I don't care about you being friendly. I don't care about none of that. At the end of the day, results need to be had on the field when you play. And if you're not going to play to the standard, whatever your standard is, if you're not playing to that, if you're not being able to come out, play your job, play your position, do your job at a high level like you used to, then, bro, just go out there and be quiet. You don't have to talk junk. You don't have to boaster. You don't have to tell people about your accomplishments. At this moment right now, we want you to play to those accomplishments. You say you this, you say you that. Show us. At this point, we not even Philadelphia fans no more, man. We from Missouri. Show me state.
You know what made me more mad about him posting his accolades? It wasn't the fact that he posted his accolades, because I felt like that, you know, everybody's human. So you want to be like, just like how Kobe, they was talking shit to Kobe and he put up 5 for the 5 rings he had. I get it. But at the same time, what made me mad was, out of all people, Kevin Byard told him to talk his shit. That would made me mad.
Kevin Byard don't even got a job.
I'm like, what are you talking about, bro? What you mean talk your shit?
You even got a job.
Like, I'm like, yo, people just want to be in the mix, bro. You just want to be in the mix. I care about all of it. We soft as a team, mentally weak. Yeah, I want to talk about the tackling too, man. Like, you know, I agree with Seth Joyner. You know, he did talk about how they practice tackling. And, you know, to the point where Nick Sirianni actually could, you know, practice tackling with the team with no pads on or anything. They use that orange wheel, and then they like run and then jump like they on a like slip and slide. We need something better than that, you know, because we had issues for years tackling, especially in like games that matter. So I do want us to get better at tackling over the bye week, and I do want us to focus on the intangibles, man. I don't like that word fundamentals because Nick Sirianni said it too damn much, and we don't want to hear about fundamentals. We don't want to hear that word because we're not getting the results. We already know it's a part of the core values. This is what he used in his presser all day. But yeah, I think that we really got to tackle better. Really got to tackle better, man. Too many running backs is getting off on us. Pause. But yeah, it's true. A lot of running backs is getting their yards. Um, a lot of missed tackles that's leading to scores or big gains. Um, almost 200 yards. What was it? Last game and yards after catch off of missed tackles alone. 16 missed tackles altogether. It just boggles me that you think that the defense is going to hold up, and you put them in a position to try to win the game, against the Saints, and that's how we lost that game.
Agreed. Yeah, we definitely got to get the tackling better, bro. Like that's fundamental. That's like rule number one. Like rule number one is tackle. Like as a defender, get the guy on the ground with the ball. Like, and if we can't do that, I just don't even understand what we're gonna do as a team. Because it's not gonna get like easier to tackle guys. It's not. It's not gonna be easier to make the hit. It's not gonna be that. And like I know that Cleveland Brown game isn't like highly whatever you want to say it in. It ain't like a game where like people got on their schedule, but we might get the first sighting of their running back Chubb. Like he reappeared today. I don't think he'll play this week. I think he'll play next week. I think we're gonna get the first version of him. Not being able to tackle with a guy like that in the backfield could be deadly. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. And I don't want to see that personally, especially because I'm gonna be in the building. Don't want to see that personally that he just goes off on us. Period. I do want us to come out the gates, you know, more prepared than we were in the last couple games. Um, both sides of the ball. You had the defense against the Saints; they were prepared. Even though I feel like it was more of the Saints, not looking at the tape and everything. It was more of the Saints not being prepared of what Vic Fangio was going to throw, like that monkey wrench he threw in the defensive scheme. But the Buccaneers was ready for it, and they know now. Our quarterbacks know now that get the ball off, quickly. Get it out. And that's what they're going to try to do. And we got to be prepared for it. How are we working towards our weaknesses? In the last four games, basically, our weaknesses is the middle of the field still, and quarterbacks just dinking and dunking because somehow, some reason, Slay, Quinyon Mitchell, and all of them have to play yards back. And that's not the case, man. That's really not the case. You got to put these guys in a position to be them, period. And if you're not, then the scheme is never going to work. You got to switch it up because right now it seems like the whole NFL caught up to that Vic Fangio scheme.
The Fangio scheme is definitely not a. People make it seem complicated. They say all this complicated stuff, but it's figured out. You're right, DV. And it's even worse when you're not doing the fundamentals, the basics. You know what I mean? When you're not tackling, when you're not staying in your zone, when you're not staying home on the run. Like the small things count the most when you're making mistakes. You know what I mean? When you're making mistakes. My high school coach used to always tell me, like, when you don't know what to do, go back to the basics. When you don't know, if you confused, you don't understand, just go back to the basics. You know what I mean? And rule number one of the basics is tackle. You know what I mean? Fill the hole, fill the gap.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Find your guy, wrap up, head in his chest, drive your legs. Like that's fundamental tackling. All this shoulder tackling, all this trying to come up and make it look like you big because you hit a man with your shoulder, whatever. That's
the fact that Reed Blankenship seen a quarterback by the name of Baker Mayfield running towards the end zone and he decided to go for his ankles tells me everything I need to know.
Nah, but did you watch Philly Film Rules, right?
Yeah.
He said that's what I've never paid attention, but until he said it today, he was like, that's what Reed Blankenship do. Like he's an ankle monster.
He could call this man a little chihuahua, ankle monster.
And I said, dang, I really ain't thought about it like that. Reed Blankenship make a lot of tackles grabbing ankles, like pause.
But you see, and he tried to do that with Scary Terry. Scary Terry almost made that play, but if it wasn't for Reed Blankenship forearm, look, we probably wouldn't have won that damn game against the Commanders that last year. So that's what I'm saying. I see what he's talking about.
He has been in a lot of situations where he tackled ankles, and that's crazy.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if he likes to go head on head collision. I don't know if he don't like. I don't know. It's just I feel like that he think that's the safest spot. Go after the legs. That's funny as hell though. Cause now I'm gonna be watching.
I know you is. I am too, bro. Every time he tackle, I'm
like, Reed, get off his ankles, bro. Like tackle him. Man.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got no choice but to get better overall, man. You know, I know, like I said before, I know a lot of us Eagles fans is frustrated by the way we've been playing, the play calling, player execution, even it hurts play, you know, at times. But at the same time, you know, this is our squad, you know, and this is who we rooting for, man. The same way we was like, oh, we got Barkley, we got this, that, and third, and we gave record predictions and stuff like that. We gotta stick with it. You can't sit up there 4 games in at 2-2, possibly 3-1, if Saquon Barkley make that catch. You can't possibly just sit up there and say, oh, I'm done with this team because Nick Sirianni need to go or this, that, and third. Look, this is who the organization chose. Now, if it don't work out at week 17, week 18, and we go into the playoff as a wild card team or something like that, now we can talk. But until then, like, you know, it's still early in the season. I do want us to, you know, support the fan base. And, you know, even if you don't like every player, you know, I'm not a fan of every player now. I'm never going to put this Darius Slay jersey back on, you know, and I'm mad I bought it. I was about to burn it. My wife said no. But yeah, because he it's not the fact of what he's doing on off the field, it's the fact of how he played on the field, and then he justify it with stuff that he's done in the past. You know, just like Jigga said when I was ranting about 2022. 2022 is so long ago. It was only 2 years, but yeah, in football years, it's too long ago.
I think he'll be back Browns week. I think he'll be back week 6, bro.
Who? Sydney?
Sydney.
Yeah, because he about to get that 21-day window.
It probably open to when we start. We practice today?
No, and that's the thing, man. We need to be practicing as well, man. Like,
well, they gave him another day off.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
See, this that pity pat, man. This that pity pat bullshit, man.
Man,
they gotta have them boys out there ready to play, man. This is goofy, man.
Look, in my years of being an Eagles fan, I haven't been to an Eagles game and we won yet. This got to be the game that we win. This one.
Jigga, he been wrapping up for 3 weeks from Jigga. He just been on IR.
He was on the sidelines, ramping up, practicing with the squad, going through drills, ghostly on the sidelines. He was doing little things that, you know, he was trying to prepare himself.
He been wrapping up for a minute. I think he's gonna be ready to roll. I think he's gonna come out the blocks ready to play football.
Hey, Claw, Slay's not going to know how to do that because Slay's his own guy. You got to respect it, but at the same time, like I said, and Smitty said, it's all bad timing at the end of the day, especially with the fan base. You know what is going to rile up, and the fact that he started blocking everybody and everything like that is not making it any better, you know. And then he goes on his podcast and say, "Look, man, it's my fault. It's on us. We got to stop being divided." Things like that, but you're sitting up there blocking everybody that has an opinion on how you played, how you act off the field. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I know you don't want to respond to it, but that's not the way to go, man. You supposed to be a leader of men, man. You one of the captains on this team, regardless of who likes it or not. I don't think Brown gonna be sprinkled in. I think that if it comes to an injury and stuff like that, he's gonna play majority of the snaps. Because I think Brown, yeah, he's back. He's when he comes back from injury, he that spark plug, man. He that spark plug, and I think that like if C.J. Gardner Johnson, both of these
Bro, this
safeties.
man Jigga, wow, bro. Get your man's man.
What do you say? Yo, I see it. I see it. I see it. I see it. I'm about to auction it off on the channel or something. Like yeah, you get this Darius Slade jersey. Like I'm about to get that joint away, man. Like
No, you don't put it up. You don't put it in the back of the closet.
oh, that joint done, bro. Like I'm good. I ain't wearing no damn Darius. I don't give a damn if you get a pick week 6 or 9. Pick 6. I don't give a shit. Yeah, I'm gonna be happy about it because it's helping out my team. But no, bro. Like no.
And I was watching before we got on here. I was watching Reggie Bush explain getting hit, and I guess RG3 had never seen the hit. So RG3 and his wife watched the hit live on their little podcast. Well, I'll never forget Sheldon putting that boy in the ringer.
Oh yeah. I remember that. I remember that.
He put that boy in the ringer. He hit that boy so hard. Jesus Christ. And he was just like, man. That man said, I was crawling for air.
Crawl. That's funny.
Bro, I've never heard nobody say I was crawling for air, bro. That man said I was crawling for air. I said, whoa. Yeah, he hit you pretty decent.
Yeah. Number 2 is appropriate. He's been playing like some doo-doo. A claw, man. I ain't gonna make fun of the number because he said it was for Gigi, RIP Gigi Bryant. But yeah. He has been playing like dog shit though. But I'm not gonna make fun of the number because I know why he's doing it. Just like he wore 24. Hey.
Yeah, that boy too looking like 24, boy. I can't lie. Hey, Kalal, I can't lie.
Like I said, man, I don't give a damn who it is or wearing this Eagle jersey, man. It could be the ball that should not be named making a play for us. I'm still gonna root for it because that's my team. But I still think that these guys need to be on the team because majority of these guys right now is inconsistent, and like it or not, the safeties are still injury prone. Slay, if he getting cooked, he's gonna take a knee like he did. Even though I feel like that, he had an excuse about being dehydrated, but at the same time, he was getting cooked. He was getting cooked, and he knew it. So he took that knee, did a retro move, and it was smart. It was smart. But I need Avonte Maddox to be out of the lineup. I need them to utilize Jordan, not Jordan, Jalen Carter the way they utilized him against the Saints. And the way that he was moving was something like it was natural to him. I need all that back, man. I can't sit up there and deal with the defense that I've seen against Baker Mayfield, man. And no, Baker Mayfield's a starter in this league, but at the same time, it's Baker Mayfield, bro. Like, come on, man. That game made me mad that Baker Mayfield was cooking, especially in the first half. Like when Jonathan Gannon allowed David Carr that year do what he did. He had a almost a perfect passer rating, and he was just dinking and dunking when he was with the Raiders.
Um, what you think we need to change though, man? What you think the biggest change need to be coming back out of this?
Coaches got to stop getting in their way. That's the biggest change. Honestly, got to stop getting in their way. Stop worrying about players' health. In the beginning, especially what was it? On the Philadelphia Eagles website, man, the first video they came out with, they said, "Hey, you are 3 down back, Saquon Barkley. Act like it. Act like it. Saquon Barkley should never, especially in the Eagles uniform, have 10 carries. Should never have 10 carries. One, two. You got to switch it up on defense. You got to let guys play in their positions in the way they're comfortable with. Um, yeah, I'm getting to that. Just turning the ball over, or the an eligible man downfield has to stop. It has to stop, man. By the time now, we should know what to do, what not to do. I'm tired of it killing drives, and then also just Jalen Hurts is trusting within the offense and getting and rallying these guys up, man. Just like you said, he has to be better, and he needs to work on the intangibles, and get back into that rhythm that Jalen Hurts know how to get into. A lot of people are losing faith in him, man. I see some people in the comments losing faith in him, but at the same time, I think Jalen Hurts just need to get back to the basics and um, not just be in the West Coast offense and try to pass the ball downfield, but be Jalen Hurts, period. And people will rally behind you, man. You see what happened before. Do that again, and show people that you still, a quality quarterback in this league.
I think coming out, I agree with you. Slay, I mean, Barkley should definitely have 17 to 20 carries a game. Like it shouldn't be any ifs, ands, and buts or questions about that. I agree with Jigga. Like we need to stop turning the ball over and get back to just playing good football. But on the other end, obviously we got to tackle. We gotta execute. The game plan. We got to come out and stop teams, man. It got to be a point where we winning games, man. We're not just holding on for dear life in the fourth quarter, or it comes down to the offense got to score, the defense got to make a stop, to win the game. It can't keep coming down to this every week. And it gotta come down to the point where you putting the best guys on the field, DV. I don't know if everybody that's the best guys on the field, according to the coaches or whatever that they believe right now, everybody that's healthy, that's the best guys on the field. I believe like if N'Kobe Dean should be out, Devin White should be in, put him in. If Zach Bond should be an edge rusher and Devin White should be a linebacker, put him in. Like I'm with whatever get the team wins. You know what I'm saying? I think if the coaching staff was more on that side of just, hey, let's get the dub, let's just get the win, or put the best guys on the field, 4 quarters, for for whatever amount of snaps. We just need to get wins, man. We need to get better. And I think during the offseason, some of the fundamentals just got to be touched up. Tackling, being assertive. You know what I'm saying? Just being able to come out, run your route, do things that benefit the team. You can't just come out and be me. And that goes to a guy like Jahan Dotson. That goes to anybody on the team that isn't putting in full effort. We need to realign, refocus, and get to the point where we can be a complete team. You know what I'm saying? I seen the complete team maybe 3 weeks out of the 4. It seemed like the Buccaneers might have broke a few things, made a few people feel a type of way. So I just feel like we got to get everything working in one motion for one for one goal, man. And that's wins. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, you want a Super Bowl. Obviously, you want playoff wins. Obviously, you want the accolades. But at the end of the day, we just want 1-0 on the board every week. And I believe it starts with the Browns, man. You know, Moss Money just said it before he came. Like 3-13 is the record of the next 4 opponents we play. As of right now, I think all of them played this week, so it could be worse, and it could be 3-17. You know, you got to come out and win games you're supposed to win. You know, you can't go back and look at Saquon Barkley making a drop and saying, "Hey, look, that's why we lost the game." You can't go back and say, you know, we should have had AJ or we should have had Smitty. Now, that's the next man up mentality in this NFL, man. And if you're not ready to play football every down, in here, in there, you know, you got to be able to go in and be ready to go every snap. When you're not ready to go every snap, you get the results of, you know, of Sunday. You know, you got Jahan Dotson and Goddard and you got Paris Campbell and, you know, all those guys out there. But to me, the coaching staff wasn't prepared for them to be out there. They were prepared to be on the field, right? Because they were healthy and they had practice all week. But the game plan didn't seem like it was prepared for them to be on the field. And anytime the game plan don't line up with the players, you're going to get the same result we got on Sunday. It's not going to look good. And that's what I think we need to get down to during this off period, is really, really understanding our players, understanding how they're, you know, using their best form, and get more to that, man. You know, obviously, it's easier said when you have a AJ Brown, a Devontae Smith in the lineup. When you have a Lane Johnson in the lineup, you know, Fred Johnson didn't help with giving up 11 pressures. You know, it just didn't help with him just being out there, just letting people run past him. So obviously, you know, Jalen Hurts is going to take, you know, the blame. But we need some guys to step in, man, and instead of taking blame, man, show some effort. You know, man, show some results. You know, it's cool to take the blame, but it's better to show results. So that's kind of where I'm at, man. Coming out the you know, the off season, coming out the bye, going back into, you know, the regular season game, you know, week 6. You know, we got to be attentive, we got to be focused, and we got to execute. That'll get us dubs, man.
Facts.
So that's where I'm at.
Facts, man.
Hey, listen, y'all, my computer about to die. I'm on like 7%. My daughter is using my charger right now to do some schoolwork because she doesn't know where her charger is. Y'all know me and DV usually like to ride out. So maybe sometime, maybe Friday, y'all might get a special episode or something, man. You never know, man. We might just pop out. So I got to cut y'all a little short. But my apologies, man. My computer on like 3%. So DV, you got
we good, man. Man, just fly, Eagles fly, man. And look, we go just keep pumping out these videos, man. As always, go Birds, man.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, look, we got 166 people in here, man. I ain't even pay that no attention. My computer been kind of bothering me, but man, listen, if y'all on the Twitter side and y'all haven't come to the YouTube side yet, hit the subscribe, like, comment, ding the bell. You don't want to miss this, man. Wednesday, Inside the Nest, 7 p.m. We're gonna get back to bringing some guests on, man. But it's kind of been a DV and Smitty moment. We need to get some things off our chest. We really didn't have the moment of bringing other people in, man, and getting them on. So, hey, man, we're gonna get back to getting y'all some people on here, man, so y'all can hear what's going on, how people feeling. Maybe sometime soon we'll get y'all a call-in show. But look, get on the YouTube side, come over here, hang out with us, man. Get in the comments. We appreciate the comments, man. And it's always go Birds. It's always fly, Eagles fly. And y'all know, Wednesday, 7 p.m. right here. Next time. Peace.
Yo. What's going on, everybody, man? It's your boy King DV, and I'm with my co-host, Smitty. What's going on, bro?
Man, it's love, man.
Time for A.J. Brown. Michael Carter II.
They don't know Jalen Hurts like we know Jalen Hurts.
Was hanging on to Jalen Hurts.
Until next time, man, y'all know what it is.